Hey you guys, so I know it's been a very long time since I've been here with you. I would like to get into exactly why that is, but I think that story is better left to kind of, I'm thinking about doing like a chit chat, get ready with me video and talk a little bit in depth about my mental health and kind of what was going on for the past 12 to 18 months. I did a 3-part post on Instagram where I really kind of skimmed the surface of it and gave a little bit of an insight to the situation, but if you guys would like me to do a full-blown video on the subject, I would happily do that for you. But to be honest, I kind of want to leave that all in the past and move forward and just get this party started, because I have missed filming, I have missed you guys, I've missed myself. I've missed the girl I used to be for such a long time, and I'm just beyond excited to kind of pick up where we left off and just keep this party going. Today we're going to be doing a favorites video. It's not a monthly favorites video, it's just kind of a current favorites video. Not a whole lot of stuff, but things that I've really been enjoying. My skin, as you can probably tell from the video, is not in a good place right now. It has been in a bad place for months. I swear it's been like 3 months. I have been working so hard, like it's like manual labor. I have been trying so hard to figure out exactly what is causing this reaction. I don't know if you can tell, but right now I have like a breakout right here on the apples of my cheeks. It's been a long time since I had texture on my cheeks, which tells me it's probably either something I'm eating or it's something I'm using. So I've been stripping back things. I've been trying treatments and facials and putting old favorites back into the mix so that I could just kind of figure out what's going on, basically. Like, you would think at some point in my life at 32 years old I could just stop having breakouts, but no. So anyway, with all that being said, some of the new skincare stuff I've been into. This isn't exactly new. It's something I was using a few years ago. I have tried lots of different makeup removers over the past couple of years. Some of them have been really great. I kind of had a feeling that maybe the one that I was using was causing my skin to freak out, so I went ahead and took the opportunity to go back to something that I know worked really well, and that is the Henriksen Uncover the Truth 3-in-1 Melting Cleanser. Henriksen, as far as like a Sephora brand is concerned, I think is one of the better formulated, better ones. I say Sephora brand because typically I don't use a lot of Sephora skincare. Actually, I have 2 other pieces of Sephora skincare in here. I typically use medical grade skincare, but like I said, I will try anything right now. I don't know what's happening to my skin. It's so frustrating. But yeah, this is just a really crazy like gel consistency. It removes every speck of makeup off of your skin, and it makes your skin feel extremely hydrated and like toned and fresh. So yeah, I decided to bring this guy back, and I have been really enjoying him. Next are some masks. This is the GlamGlow Bubble Sheet Oxygenating Deep Cleanse Mask. I really love sheet masks, but I have to be particular about the ones that I use, and if I find one that works, I stick to it. I tried this one a few months ago, and I have to tell you that as far as like a mask or a treatment that's gonna like deeply purge and cleanse your skin, I don't think there's a whole lot better than this. When you put it on, it's like a black, it looks like a black, what am I trying to say? Like a black face mask, literally. And then it just bubbles up, and you leave it on for like 3 minutes, and then you rinse your face off, and your skin feels so stinking clean and fresh. So I use this once a week. I really enjoy using it, especially after a day of removing like heavy glam. So today when I go to wash my face before I go to bed, I'll definitely put this on. I think that it's really helping remove the makeup and stuff from my pores. I'm very obsessed with keeping my pores clean right now, so this has been absolutely incredible. GlamGlow, hands down one of the favorite masks out there for me, and that one is no exception. This was a little bit on the bougie side. This is the SK2 Facial Treatment Mask. I bought like the 10-pack, the boxes in my bathroom. This is more of a hydrating, kind of luminous, glowing kind of face mask. It's more geared toward putting things into your skin, as opposed to this one, which is more geared to taking things out. So I've been using this one once a week as well. Typically I will do it before I go to bed. I'll remove my makeup, cleanse my skin, and then put this treatment mask on, and that is all she wrote on the nights that I do this. I'm just kind of starting to look into this brand. I know that it's one of the more expensive things that Sephora actually carries. I believe they're known for their essence, which is like another fancy word keyword for toner. I'm not super crazy about this K-Booty. I'm not super crazy about the K-Beauty craze. I don't really buy into it. As far as the skincare is concerned, I just don't believe that they have it more figured out than we do, or we have it more figured out than anyone else does. It's really about the science, and as a whole, the way masks tend to work, or any skincare product tends to work, the molecular structure of the formula has to be of a size that is able to penetrate deeply into your dermis, and I don't think any of these are actually going to change my skin on a cellular level, but I do enjoy the way my skin feels and looks as kind of like, I used this analogy before in a video. I kind of feel like your skincare is like going to the gym and eating well, and like masks and treatments are kind of like waist trainers and tummy teas. Like they're not gonna do it all, but they'll help you get there, or at least look like you're there. So anyway, all that to say, I've really been enjoying the SK-II facial treatment mask. One hair product, I don't talk about hair stuff very much, but I've decided when I do my best of beauty this year, I'm definitely going to include hair products because I've been really trying to figure out what I like as far as hair is concerned. This is the Umerura Texture Wave Dry Finishing Spray. I got this at my salon in Nashville when I got my hair done not too long ago. I told my hairstylist Bryden, he works at Element Salon in Green Hills if you're curious. I told him to hook me up with a really good texturizing hairspray or a texturizing spray or both, whichever was gonna do the trick, because my hair is just super straight and it takes a lot for me to kind of give it some movement and texture. I used to use the Bumble and Bumble City Sweat finish, which I love, but I just feel like I go through that like crazy. Like a can of that, and it's like $30, will last me, it literally feels like 2 weeks go by, and it's like really getting light and I have to get ready to replenish it. I've had this one for 3 weeks now and I feel like I haven't even made a dent in it. It works really, really well. It smells amazing. It smells like a man. I don't know what it is. When it comes to like fragrance and home fragrance, I love men's cologne. My kid thinks it's ridiculous. Every time I buy candles that smell like boys, but I think it's amazing. That's one of the things I like about this one so much. So if you're in the market for a really good texture spray, I would definitely check this one out from Umerura. I have two Morphe products to share with you guys, and I talked a little bit on Snapchat how I picked up the Jaclyn Hill Vault collection. Here's the thing with that, and I'm gonna let you guys decide. It's like choose your own adventure. I could very well do a video series on that. I'm not gonna lie that it underwhelms me to do that. The eyeshadows as a whole are not super great. Some of them perform really well. Some of them just give me a headache to even think about trying to make it work, and I don't want to do multiple videos where I just hate my makeup. So I kind of thought it might be fun to do a video on that product, talk a little bit about it, and then maybe kind of go into what I think went so wrong with it. I don't know. I feel like I have a lot of feelings. I'm not going to get into it now. But besides that, once again, let me know what format you would like to the Jaclyn Hill Vault video done. I think it's been done to death. I don't know if anybody even cares about it anymore. So if you don't want to make a video at all, I'll do that too. But I did pick up the Jaclyn Hill brush collection. I bought some actual Morphe brushes this year. I believe it was before I broke my ankle, so it was sometime in like March or April. I did a full-blown video where I kind of compared my tried and true brushes to a Morphe brush, or Morphe brushes I should say, and as far as the brushes were concerned, I just remember feeling very underwhelmed by them. There was a couple that were pretty nice, but overall I just was kind of like, I don't understand where everybody is so crunk dizzle about this for. It does nothing for me. So I thought maybe I would try the Jaclyn Hill version of these brushes. I do think the Jaclyn Hill OG Morphe palette is exceptional. I thought maybe I would find the brushes that she collaborated with to be of equal quality and maybe like Morphe but better, and I did find that to be true. I can also do a video on the entire brush collection or something like that if you would like to see that, but I've been using these brushes exclusively since I received them, and that's been like a month now. So it's not a perfect set, but there are a lot of great brushes, and every single one I've used I enjoy. These are the four that if you're not willing to invest in the entire brush collection, you just want to buy individuals, these are the ones that I would recommend. The first is the JH01. It's just this really big dense powder brush. I don't know for certain because I don't own this, but this does kind of remind me of the La Mer powder brush. It's called the powder brush or something like that. I feel like that was definitely kind of the vibe they were going for with this, and it's very soft. It disperses product very nicely. And before I go any further, let me just say the actual design of these brushes is far superior to the original Morphe as far as I'm concerned. One of the complaints I had with the Morphe brushes was that I found them to be very flimsy in general, like there wasn't a lot of bristles packed in here, and then like the handle and the ferrule just seemed very cheaply made. They felt like $2 and $3 brushes. These feel a little bit more luxurious, nothing like a Wayne Goss or a Hakihodo brush would feel, I'm sure. But the other one that I really love is the JH02. This is the bronzer brush. This reminds me, not that I own it, but I've seen it, of the Tom Ford bronzer brush. There is a similar one that Morphe makes. I actually own that one, and I can tell you they are not the same thing. This one's very nice and much better done. I've been using this consistently for bronzer. If I had to say, you know, I'm giving you 4 brushes that I think you should potentially look into, but if I had to say you could only get one, I would get this one. It's definitely a standout, and I use it constantly. Next is the JH06. It's the blush brush, which I have a Wayne Goss brush very similar to this, and once I got that one, I quit using any other type of blush brush. I like this kind of long-haired wispy situation. It doesn't disrupt your makeup underneath it. It applies pigmented blush or even less pigmented blush. Beautiful. It just kind of diffuses it and airbrushes it into your skin, so I've been loving that one. This is the JH32. These are dirty because I just used them. I thought about cleaning them before I brought them on camera, but I felt like if they looked used, it would kind of drive my point home that I've been using these a lot. This is kind of like a traditional crease brush, but it's much more thin and tapered, and it has a little point on the very tip that is nice for applying color densely into the lower crease or to get a very precise blend. So I have been really enjoying this one. I don't have a Morphe brush in my collection that is similar to this. This is the only one I have, and I do really like it. So yeah, these are the 4 Jaclyn Hill and Morphe brushes that I'm enjoying the most. And once again, if like I said, if you want to see a full-blown video on that, please let me know. Last Morphe thing, I don't have a code, okay? Let me just say that I don't have a code. I've just been playing with Morphe more. My local Ulta here where I live just started getting so much of their stuff in, and I've been going in and messing with it, and there are things I've been really liking. This is the 35M palette. So this is what it looks like. I'm keeping this little cellophane situation so that when I do a tutorial or looks with it, I can tell you what colors I use, because the numbers, or excuse me, the names are not printed on the palette. This palette is a lot more sturdier and a little more kind of large and in charge feeling than their typical packaging, so that's nice. I think if they threw a mirror in here, it would definitely give it a more complete kind of, I don't want to say luxurious because it's Morphe, but you know what I'm saying. Anyway, I think this palette is really pretty and unique. I think that it's cool. They're doing this kind of green moment here. I feel like that's what everyone's doing now. Everyone's trying to get into those olive greens and golds and stuff like that, so I'm looking forward to playing with those colors. Thus far, I have used the burgundy and purple shade. They're really nice, and as far as the formulation of these goes, I find them to be very creamy, very blendable, just really nice shade. So as a whole, I feel like this is one of those palettes that not only is really good because it's inexpensive, but it's just good. It's just a really good solid product. So yeah, once again, that's the 35M from Morphe. This is the Dominique Cosmetics Latte palette. I did a review and a demo on this over the summer, and I can tell you that without fail, this is the palette of 2018 I use the most. Anytime I need to get ready quickly, or I want a look that is no muss, no fuss, effortless, but glam, I go for this palette because these neutral shades are just perfection. The formula is incredible. They blend together effortlessly. The color story, the way all the colors work together on the eye is just impeccable. And this color right here in the center called Creme Brulee, literally like when you swatch it, like it looks nice, but it doesn't seem like wham bam thank you ma'am. But when you put it on the eye, it is just so friggin' stunning, and it is literally my favorite lid color I have ever used in my life. I don't like those kind of white frosty shades. I need something with a little bit of a pink undertone, like a rose gold situation, and that's exactly what this is. I just love it. I think that if you are looking for a good palette to travel with, or a staple palette to have in your collection, something that you can just like literally reach for when you just need to look your best but you don't have a lot of like time to put energy into some complicated look, this is the one that I would recommend. I think I'm gonna give this one to like some people for Christmas gifts. It's just so nice. Yeah, once again, the Dominique Cosmetics Latte palette. You guys hear my dogs losing their mind in the background? My husband just came home for work and it's like time to party every time he gets back to the house, so try not to pay too much attention. So anyway, these are the PIXI Fairy Lights by Petra, the PIXI by Petra line that's at Target. These are kind of similar to the Stila Glitter and Glow. I think they're called like Glitter and Glow liquid eyeshadow, and then they have like a glitter formula. Anyway, not a big fan of those. I think I have 3 of them now. 1 of them works, 2 of them just create this really gross glitter fallout situation. It doesn't matter how I apply them, the glitter gets on my lashes, it gets on my cheeks, like just don't really understand what the hype is. I've tried every way to make those work. So when I got these in the mail, I mean, I've literally had these for like 3 weeks and I haven't used them because I'm just like, no, not gonna be bothered with it again. Feeling froggy the other day, picked them up, started playing with them, used them several times, and in my opinion, these are a far superior formula. So the Stila ones are about $24 and these are $15, so they're not like drastically less expensive. They are, but it's just not like banana sandwich or anything. They only have, as far as I know, these 5 colors, also something to keep in mind, but to me, regardless of how much these cost, I just feel like they perform a lot better. I use this color right here called Passion Light the other day with a smoky eye, and I wore this for hours. I think I wore it for like 10, 11, 12 hours one day, and not one speck of glitter transferred onto my lashes or fell off of my eyes onto my cheeks. So once I got kind of hooked on this color, I've started to play with more and more of them. Now, the way that I apply these, and it's also the way I tried to apply the Stila ones, it just still didn't work, is I don't go in with like this full-blown, you know, banana sandwich swatch that you see right here. I actually just kind of dot this over the eye and then blend it in with my finger to get the glitter and the shimmer on the eye without having to like shellac it on, and they just perform a crap ton better in my opinion than the Stila ones do. So if you've tried the Stila and you don't like them, I know several of you guys feel that way because I've talked to you about it, or you do like the Stila ones and you just want to try something new, whatever the case may be, these are dope. These are the Pesona Cosmetics Season 1 Liquid Lips. There's actually 3 in the collection, but I'm only going to show you 2 because it's the only ones I have tried. Pesona Cosmetics is a smaller brand. Sona Gasparian, who is a YouTuber, is the CEO of that company. Every time they send me something in PR, I talk to you guys about it because without fail, I find their products to be consistently some of the better formulated products in that category that I've ever tried. I think I've had a favorites video where I've talked about the eyeshadow palette, which is amazing. I've talked about the highlighters, which are incredible. And to be frank, when I got these in the mail, I was kind of like, oh, I can't liquid lipstick anymore. Like everyone has one. I'm kind of over it. But I was feeling squirrely once again, so I tried them, and I can tell you, if I had to have like a top 3 favorite liquid lipstick formula, this might be number 1 or number 2. There's not a whole lot of colors, so it's kind of hard to make that bold of a statement, but I'd be willing to take it on. I have the color Holy Grail, which is a true red, and the color OG, which is more of a brown nude shade. I've seen lots of swatches of these on their Instagram on multiple skin tones, and I feel like for the most part they would work on pretty much anyone. I can tell you without fail that this is my favorite red liquid lipstick these days, and if you guys know me, you know that red is my favorite lipstick color to wear. It's just incredibly pigmented, very thin. I'm always telling you guys, as far as liquid lipsticks are concerned, the ones that I like the most are really thin because they're crazy comfortable. They wear for a long time. They tend not to bunch or gather or give you like butthole lips after you've been wearing them for a long time. So if you're feeling like, you know, you don't have enough liquid lipstick yet, which I find hard to believe at this point, but if you feel like you still need some more, try these. And even better so, if you're looking for a good red one, this would be it. This is the Nurse Jamie Uplift Massaging Beauty Roller. I had to Google it because it's a mouthful. That's what she said. Anyway, this thing right here is kind of life-changing. I've been really interested in facial massage and facial massaging tools. This is the first one I've ever bought, so I can't say whether this is like a superior product versus other ones in the same category. I've seen a huge difference in the firmness in my neck and my face. If you don't know what a beauty roller is, I see tons of versions of this. There are jade rollers are kind of becoming a thing now. There are micro needle rollers, which have little needles on it that you kind of do like an at-home micro needling treatment with. There's kind of like battery operated massage tools now, if you know what I'm saying. But this is the one I've been using, and so far I really enjoy it. There are numerous benefits to facial massage. I will leave some notes about that in the down bar below. I actually did write down a bunch of notes about facial massage, but I lost them and I don't want to give you any incorrect information. I can tell you that facial massage definitely is going to help keep your skin firm. It's going to help increase blood flow to your skin as well as collagen production. So I'm just saying, I know it's a little silly and a lot of people don't believe in this kind of stuff. I do. I use this every day and I do notice a pretty big difference when I don't use it. It's just this little roller situation. These little black dots here are tourmaline. I just sit here at night, like when I'm reading or watching TV, and I just run this in upward motion, always an upward motion on my skin, on my neck, on my jawline. And as I've said before, huge difference, highly recommended. Once again, this is the Nurse Jamie Uplift Beauty Facial Roller something. I'll leave it down below. All right, guys, that is the end of my current favorites video. Thank you so much for checking up on me over the past few months. I'm stoked to get back to filming. Also, defer back to the beginning of my video and all the other times I dropped questions about, do you want to see this? Do you want to see that? Leave your vote down below so I know what you're interested in. I actually am in that stage right now where I have all but too many ideas for things that I want to film, and I just genuinely don't know where to start. So help me out, please. Check the down bar for links to all my social media platforms as well as everything that I mentioned, and I will catch you in the next one.